No, I have to say we had a little bit of a delay the last show, so I don't know what's going to go down with this one, but glad to be on, guys. So take it away.
Yeah.
New York City host, East Coast. That's what I'm saying. We're East Coast, but we're West Coast.
Look, anything's better than the debacle that happened last time we were on, and I had like 50 YouTube pages open, and we were echoing ourselves like 20 times over. One could argue that it was amazing performance art, or I was just being a jerk, and I messed up. However you want to take it. That's my point of view.
So, we are back again. Shall we? Welcome everyone to Breakfast Every Hour.
I'll make sure I have the volume up, because we're deaf. We're old.
What's up?
What? Oh, hold on. My promoter had a. What's going on? The YouTube feed isn't on. Maybe there's a delay for that as well. Probably.
You're there. It's cool. Yeah. It's all cool.
Ed wrangled 15 of his dearest friends to be part of our audience tonight. So I guess they're all communicating with him right now.
Yeah. You guys gotta get back in the same
Maybe
space.
It's not up. Maybe it's not up.
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah, it is. It's live.
Let me try and pull it up on my phone. That would be trippy.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Do that. Yeah, that's like the loopy thing I did last time. You look good with your thing shaved off there, darling.
Where is it?
Alex is all fresh-faced.
Okay, so listen here. I'm going to play some stuff that might, like, it's so East Coast. We've got Wiz Khalifa and
that's my jam. Oh. You mean black and yellow.
You know, oh no.
my song.
Really?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
I love it.
It's about Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that song.
I thought it was about like taxis or bees or something.
So he's too white for this, right?
You guys don't know about Wiz Khalifa. I grew up in
You could play fancy because that could work.
Wiz Khalifa is from my hometown.
So full of shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
He talks but
Please.
Ourselves, shall we? And we shall introduce
okay,
ourselves.
so show that bottle of wine again that you had, Alex.
All right, how do we want to? Yeah, let's. All right, Alex, you go first. Why not?
I'll go first. I'm Alex Ong, broadcasting live from New York City, and I am drinking a giant
I can't get on it.
of Italian
Seltzer.
Sustainable. So it's good for you and good for the environment. And welcome to the show.
Yes. All right, now it's my turn. Are we supposed to
it's
like
gonna
spill for the wine companies? This is probably illegal, right? Oh, whatever. So, I'm a Cab Sav fan, and I do like Yellowtail, not just because the company I work for is Australian. It's like a quick, easy, good red. My name is Alison Hope Ferrara. That last name is soon to change because I am engaged. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's
yeah.
The ring's actually getting sides, so I can't bling it on, but I did last time. But, yeah. Alex and I have been doing this for a long time because of Michelle, and we're happy to meet our other new friend, Mark, in L.A. Good to see you.
Matt. That'll work.
Oh my god, I'm such a dick. I'm sorry. You know what? I had your name down so I wouldn't mess it up, and I messed that up.
No idea, Alison, how funny that is to me.
Blame her.
No, I'll blame this.
Blame the one next to me.
High five, sister.
Where's my agent? I'm out of here.
I'm
watching me from the hallway.
Michelle, why don't you
people, right?
I do have people. I have people.
You do have people.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I have people.
Go sell it to somebody else.
I'm trying to sell myself.
So where did you and Michelle meet? Were you doing like laundry in the building and like?
Yeah, I actually don't know how we met.
One of those like wacky friends in an apartment building story.
It may be with the dogs. I really don't. I honestly don't know.
It's probably with like a cool party because seriously.
I throw some pretty cool parties.
Oh, okay. Now we're bragging. Okay, go ahead.
I do.
Okay.
No, really though. I mean, this building is like there's no rules. You know, basically, don't get the police call and everything's cool.
I've gotten the cops call 4 times.
Well done.
I'm right there with you, sister.
My last name is always different when they show up too.
And your first name is different according to me, so you can use that if the police ever come.
I'll use your name next time.
Yeah, just call your
My name's Alison.
You're like, I'm Alison Smith. No one knows.
Yeah, like they've never heard Smith before.
No. But not Alison Smith.
And on today's show, we talk about if gingers are really soulless.
Now,
he's got a thing against the redheads, so you might have to defend yourself. Just because of his track record. That's just come from him. I never had.
I have nothing to say.
The one dude I knew ended up being as gay as a French horn, but I should have called that. Like, when he was at Tap, he was my.
We're not sure, but
no, this was my fault. He was a boyfriend in high school. Hi, Kevin, if you were watching, he's a sweetheart. And he was tap dancing and in shows, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's your boyfriend." I was like, "I guess," but.
Well, why is the French horn gay? Let's get back to this.
I don't know.
Why
But
is the French
I love
horn
that term.
gay as a French horn?
That was always my favorite one. I guess because maybe they're like a little more ornate and fancy. They're not your run-of-the-mill wind instrument.
I know. And
I could Google it.
The brass instrument.
I don't know.
It's not. I disagree. I don't think the French horn is gay. That's like saying if you're a drummer, that's such a straight instrument.
Well, I'm gonna ask Mike.
Different.
Hey, do you know any gay drummers?
No, please.
See, did you see that?
Not a French horn player, but the French horn itself, because maybe it's a little. I'm saying it's a little fancier.
How's your gator, Alex?
I'm happily married to a lovely blonde.
Yo, she's hot. Trust and believe.
Oh, right.
But we don't know.
I have decent BIDAR and I have decent DLDAR.
My gaydar is the best, except for that one time in high school.
Okay, back that up again. What did you
I
say?
didn't know there was a term called BIDAR.
What's that? BIDAR.
I don't know. What is
Okay, do you
Who's yeah.
Oh, I get you. So you're saying he's bi.
No, I'm just saying.
He's just saying he can, like, sniff one out if he needs to.
Well, there's more than one term to. Okay.
Well, you didn't. What are you drinking, man?
I don't know. Some shit she gave me, a Cabernet.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I didn't get it, so don't.
And what were you
I'm a wine connoisseur. I'm a professional drinker, and so is Matt. So.
Yeah, but I drink a lot of vodka.
I do too. Yeah.
Tequila.
So is it all, like, straight or on the rocks, or are you mixing that? Or are you getting
It
fancy?
depends. It depends.
Straight.
I drink whiskey straight.
Oh, I think that's what you're supposed to do, right?
It depends. You know, you drink your bourbon how you like it. I prefer mine either straight or on the rocks with a splash of water.
What's your bourbon of choice?
I like Bullet. I
Okay.
like Woodford is probably my favorite.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Woodford's my favorite. I like Bullet. I like Woodford. Booker's is really good. And Wild Turkey. I keep it. I like Wild Turkey.
Nice.
Okay, so let's talk East Coast. Okay, so you guys obviously New York City.
I love New York.
Yeah, I was there recently.
And it's sad.
What was I thinking, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't been to the East Coast in like forever, so I've been kind of West Coast for a while. So you guys are from like Jersey, New York, and then Matt, you're from where?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
And I'm
right. Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm from the Burgh. Who's from Jersey? Who's from New York?
We're both from Jersey originally.
But you're in New York, right,
Oh, he
Alison?
grew up in Binghamton, that's right.
Oh, okay.
But we flipped roles as we got older. She now lives in New York, and I'm the Jersey.
Yeah.
And now you're in Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, my God.
And I'm in more like the New York State-ishy, woodsy, farmy, creepy
We used to
area.
party in Jersey all the time. I went to Penn State, so we used to go to AC and like Tom's River.
Oh, yeah, there we
Penn
go.
State women's volleyball is my favorite.
I love AC. It's so dirty and seedy and just nasty.
It's even worse now than it's ever been. If you need a grimy experience,
That's
I think now is the time, you got to watch yourself a little, but it's like it's in the worst state it's ever been because everything is foreclosed on and all the casinos are going bankrupt and it's like it's kind of getting down the drain. Yeah, it's worse. It's worse. Yeah.
So where's this? What were you saying? What's
Atlantic
that?
City.
Oh,
You ever been?
No.
What?
I haven't. No.
Wacky road trip.
Okay, so we got the first.
You
film
guys
of the night.
missed it.
You missed it. I'm
Dude.
gonna take like a cleanup break. You guys can keep
A
going.
cleanup break. She was like Catwoman with this wine glass that just went everywhere.
You're kidding.
She caught it. No, she didn't break it. She caught it.
Oh, whoa.
Here's
Clever.
Who's going to be our first sponsor?
Exactly.
So here,
Yeah.
okay, so
Bounty, paper
look, see how
towel.
quickly? Do you see how quickly that was recovered? There's nothing wrong. Everything's cool. We're all cool.
How long have you been drinking today? Not in your life.
Well, she was throwing darts in his picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I don't quite get that. I'm
What, the
not.
darts? Oh my God, that's like such
Yeah.
a fever. You have no
I feel
idea.
nervous.
Jugular vein. It was like an orgasm. It was that good, you know. It was like. Yeah, maybe I am psycho. But I want to say, you know, when I was there to visit you, Alex, remember I said I stayed in Queens? I was like, because I'm so frugal, right? It's like, fuck, I don't want to spend that much money.
Wow, you stayed in Queens.
Hotels are like off the hook in New York. I'm like, damn, I'm not paying that shit. So I end up in like Queens, Flushing, and it's like everything's in Chinese or whatever the hell that language is. And I'm like, am I going to get robbed and mugged and like raped and, you know, left in a gutter?
Michelle, what's her?
Walking at the hotel door room. It was like,
You're in a hotel.
horrible. No. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
No idea.
When they drove up to the hotel,
I was like, Alex, when you came and got me just so we could go, I was so grateful. I was like, get me out of here.
I went to a wedding in Jamaica, Queens. That was awesome.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh.
You're in the middle of.
And you know what? I was like on the corner of Pico and Crenshaw here, broke down in one of those little Fiats one time.
Really?
Even as bad as that experience in Queens, that was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die tonight. It's over. I'm dead.
So dramatic.
No,
You're not having your like '90s thug life experience in LA over there.
He was afraid of the Chinese mafia.
Which is actually surprisingly very large out here in LA.
It is?
Yeah, it's huge. The Chinese mafia is big in the Armenian. No,
really?
it is. Yeah, it's the Armenian mafia.
Oh,
is big
the
out here, too.
Armenian. There's a lot of Armenians.
There's a lot of
Oh.
there's triads. That's the Chinese
I have
mafia.
Armenian friends. I'll have to ask them.
Yeah, it's big. I want to be in the Chinese mafia.
Me too.
I think my mafia's kind of like died down a little.
I think I would fit right in. I don't think they would even know I'm not Chinese.
AKK, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not from the South.
Are always looking
Whatever,
for
girl.
guys.
Look how like brown I am compared to him. I'm like,
Take it from
I
someone.
look like African American.
Take it from someone.
You're
who
almost as pale as I
Give
am.
me a Willie.
Yeah,
girl.
look, I'm transparent.
Real girl. Look,
Michelle, is your tan just for being outside, or do you like fake bake too?
you see
I
it.
can tell.
Right.
I can see a little
Do
differentiation.
you see it? Oh my God! Like avert your eyes because it's blinding. It's blinding.
Do you like fake that, or do you go out? Do you have time to like go outside during the day and like?
No, I'm a vampire. I can't leave the day. I can't leave during the day.
I'm picturing Michelle with that like '80s metal sheet thing and like baby oil. You do it like the crazy old school
yeah,
way.
the thing where they do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you go sunbathing with that?
No. I'm mulatto. My dad is black.
You can't say that anymore. Well, you
No,
can.
it's
You can.
it's like
You
saying,
can say it, but we
No,
can't say
no. You're allowed to say it. We can't.
yeah.
Well, we can't say mulatto.
No,
No,
it's
you
biracial
can't.
now.
It's taboo.
Alex,
That's
you
it.
can say it.
You just can't
I
say
can
that.
say it, brother, but you can't.
She can't.
Yeah.
She's allowed.
You get in trouble.
We actually have like a professional show for a second and ask Matt about his comedy.
Yeah, take it away. Look, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy my wine.
I might need more wine
Let's
for
ask
this.
Matt
show.
some good questions, and let's get some good jokes out of Matt because this is what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
Organic.
You can't
Sure.
do that. All right, tell me a joke thing, because that's the worst thing you could say to stand up.
All right.
What?
Tell me a joke.
Yeah, let's
No.
tell us something funny about like East West Coast something.
There's nothing really funny about the East West Coast. The East Coast is way better than the
Yeah,
West
the
Coast.
East Coast people and West
The
Coast.
funny part's in the center.
That's very true. That's very
That's where
true.
stuff gets weird and sometimes scary.
Everybody's protesting it. Have you seen the states it's gonna go through? I'm like, let them get the oil mist, whatever.
I know,
Red
right?
States, who cares?
Yeah, no joke. No
Oh,
joke. So what do you guys want to know?
If they got a big old oil pipeline in the middle of Kansas, who gives a shit? They don't know.
Oh, Kansas.
Nobody
Well,
really
they
cares
already
about
have tornadoes, right? So it's a mess already.
Tornadoes and Monsanto weed. So.
Yeah. Tornadoes and GMO
I'm
corn.
a big Midwest fan. I lived in Detroit for 3 years and I hated it.
Whoa, what was that like? When were you in Detroit?
I was at the Second City in Detroit, and
That's
it was brutal. Detroit is a brutal city.
Oh,
Did they give you like that $100 house? Because they were like, there's this program in Detroit where they're like trying to give like white artsy people.
Yes,
like,
they're trying to bring the hipsters in. I read about it too.
Yeah. Well, they're trying anything.
A plot of land and
Right.
they can get along.
Well, it was really weird. Is that people they had bus tours of foreclosures. You can actually take a bus tour to buy a foreclosed home.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty sad. Yeah.
For real.
No, it was sad. And these people who couldn't afford like the neighborhoods they were living in were buying these homes. Then the houses were getting foreclosed on again because they couldn't afford the taxes that were associated in the districts. It was crazy. It was an awful state.
Oh my God.
Were you in one of those? Were you in one of those house? Like, did you get a crazy good deal, or were you living with like friends in an apartment?
No, I was living. At the time, my family worked for one of the big three, so I was just staying with them.
Wow.
Towards the end of the price.
Oh yeah,
That's some Detroit like legacy. That's like Detroit royalty.
I know.
Where's the royalty? Gee.
Actually live
Yeah. Michelle, please, gotta respect him. Respect Matt. My new friend Matt. His name is Matt.
Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
That's right there.
Yeah, I was living and it was and my Pittsburgh Steelers won a Super Bowl in Detroit, so
Real.
you might as well.
Damn.
Yeah,
Your head might have exploded.
I'm basically a prince in Detroit.
Did your quarterback like harass like a 14-year-old girl? Or something?
No, my quarterback raped 2 girls. Get that straight.
That's horrifying.
Right. Let's just and let me tell you something about that rape, which is alleged. I get it.
Yeah.
But when he was raping chicks, we were winning Super Bowls. Now he gets married and as a kid, and we lose. Like, so some shit needs to change. Like, get your ass in the game, bitch. I want another ring.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It's the truth.
We get him like a resuscitation dummy.
Yeah.
That.
I'm not full of shit.
Okay, where's the jokes, brother?
That was the joke.
Give us another joke. That
Yep,
was.
there you go. Oh, Michelle did not approve of your joke, so you must have another, sir.
Yeah, so you were living in 79 Coupe de Ville after Pittsburgh. So what brought you to the West Coast?
The powers that be forced my hand. My people, as she says.
Yeah.
Kind of forced me to come out here. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I like LA. I do. I love it out here. It's fun. Have you guys ever been? I mean, the city's kind of, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Matt's cool. Like we have a love-hate relationship. It's like
I've noticed since
funny.
But
none of her jokes are funny. See, that's
no. But the thing is
you're gonna help her with that, Matt.
It's funny because that's just not my style. I'm not gonna tell him he's fucking funny. Are you crazy? I mean, that's just crazy talk. But
I think you encourage your dear friend. That's silly.
We need to do too much more. So let's hit the beat, brother. What do you got? You don't have an East West joke.
No, I don't talk about that.
We're both East in the West.
My act is very I talk about my life. That's what I talk about.
Odd duck
I was watching some of it earlier today.
Oh God, don't really?
Yeah, well, we had to prep because I did so well remembering your name.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't eaten since 2, and I've been drinking wine.
True, but I tend to drink way too much wine, so.
Yeah. I haven't had it in a while because my fiance, I could say that now, isn't a big drinker. So it's turned that I'm not I don't drink as much as I used to, but I would still drink. If I'm with Alex, then I'll probably drink because he's the one I'm usually drinking with.
Amazingly enough, when she met me, I didn't drink.
It's what's that?
Yeah.
When she met me, amazingly enough, I didn't drink.
Yeah, he was all he was straight when I met him too. But I knew, honey, I knew.
So
I remember you told me about the girl you liked, and I was like, sure. His name is what?
So Alex is the wino.
Yes, he is.
Yes, I am.
But yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
That's good. Charles.
I can't believe Matt doesn't have any East.
I don't. Wait, I don't talk about
like,
but you don't want it to be forced. I mean, that's the thing, you know. So tell me, you know what though?
I feel like I'm agent.
Yeah.
Matt, I've always had like an appreciation for the Groundlings and like Second City stuff. I loved all that. What was it like being in that world? Is it really like competitive, or did you form like friendships and bonds with everyone as you were working with them, or I guess like a little bit of both?
You know, I don't. The stand-up world. There's a lot of like the stand-up world's completely different than the improv world.
It is, right?
Yeah, it's like they don't. I mean, they're both comedy, but they don't really kind of go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like it's strange. I prefer the stand-up world. Just because it's more my wheelhouse. It's what I enjoy. It's my art.
Would you say stand-up's more cutthroat?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, you know, I'm not. I have friends in the improv world. Like I have a friend who's at UCB and Second City, and like they're really cool. I mean, like, but I just feel like the art is different. It's a different form. I mean, they're jokes, but it's a different form of the art.
Isn't that scary?
I just happen
also, I think maybe because it's also they're usually like all part of a team too, and you're like not relying on each other, but working within each other.
Yeah, I mean, there's always backup, I think, when you have improv. You know, if your joke doesn't work, then you kind of have 5 people behind you that can bail you out or help you with it or make it work. I mean, if my joke doesn't work on stage, it's me, a mic, and a stool. You know what I mean?
I always thought, and I'm a big stand-up fan, and I love stand-up comedy. And in my head, somewhere in another dimension, I would have tried it, but I never had the guts. Like, I always give so much credit to anyone who walks up there and holds the mic, because I can't imagine how tough it is.
I think that's Matt. You know, it's like he doesn't give himself enough credit. I mean,
seriously.
It's a job.
Like a big deal, though. You know, it's like
it is. No, I used to like back in my younger years. If it's silly for me to say that, I used to like think about it, you know, a lot. I'm like, man, could I do this? Because I'm insecure and I need recognition from strangers. And I was like, I'm like, I have issues. I'd be a great stand-up comic.
Exactly.
Most of my favorite stand-ups are like super tragic, unfortunately, but
there's a lot of there's a lot of pain. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pain in comedy.
I know, and that's the thing that I've always loved about comedy, and why it's like I've always been drawn to it. Is the
it's true. I mean, I kind of always knew what I kind of wanted to do when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. My mom is a 30-year breast cancer survivor this year.
Oh wow! Yay to mom!
Cool. I know, right?
Mom for that. That's awesome.
Cheers.
And really.
So I grew up on old school comedy, man. I grew up like listening to George Burns and Gracie Allen and the Bickersons and the Honeymooners and like Rich Little, Bill Cosby, like old school guys.
There's some like Red Fox in there.
Red Fox, absolutely.
Red Fox. Good.
What about like the comedians like Richard Lewis and I grew up. This is why I was meant to be gay. I grew up like Rita Rudner and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Comics like I almost said Joan Bernard, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers is fantastic.
Joan Rivers
was fantastic.
Bless her heart, honey.
I miss Joan. She was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's how I kind of got started because I remember going to the hospital and watching my mom like literally get the life get sucked out of her with all the radiation and the chemo and I thought I would memorize all these little bits, right? Like I would memorize. I used to have Bill Cosby himself, that whole hour
that was one of my favorite records.
Take everything that whether he did or didn't do it out of it.
Yeah, that's something we can talk about on
our show. I mean,
that's another show. That's my destroyed childhood, but whatever, Bill. All right, go ahead.
It's kind of like Michael Jackson. You just kind of forget about that he molested kids, right?
Yeah, overlook that one little.
I wanted to go to school and see a Lifetime movie.
Right, but here's the thing, though. You're still going to sing Billie Jean, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I am.
You're still going to do the Thriller dance every time it comes on. I mean.
Of course. Yeah, it's always going to be, like, again, like part of my childhood, something that was special and beloved to me. So just like Bill was.
Look, look, Barry Bonds ruined my childhood, but that's a different story for a different day. But
he lied.
Yeah. No, she's a survivor. Yeah, absolutely. And so, like, when I
how long has she been like cancer free?
30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
So
Drink another one, Michelle. He said that like 5 minutes ago.
And then.
Ooh.
For like 30 years.
Yeah. Well, we had a scare a couple times, but I mean, it turns out it was good.
Wow.
So I mean, basically, what it comes down to is I used to know I would memorize all the bits, and I was that's 7.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's pretty tough.
I would memorize all these bits.
So
and
how'd you know you were going to be a comedian?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Let him talk, goddammit.
Wait, he's got to pour me some more wine before he continues.
All right, let her drink and you talk.
No, I need to know this because I don't know this about Matt, so I need to know this.
So
I'm sit and
you have like a BFF heart-to-heart while you're in the laundry room? I keep going back to the laundry room. I have this like the Big Bang Theory
Even
thing.
this laundry room at 753 Kings.
Why don't you just give out our address?
I saw your wife.
She just gave out our address.
That's dangerous, honey. There's creepy people on the internet, sweets.
Listen, no, I saw your wife.
Great. Go ahead, Matt. Please continue.
Yeah. Okay. So getting back to the
story about his mom. God damn it.
Thank you. And, no, anyways, it's kind of short after this. So I would memorize these bits and do them for her, and because I figured if she was laughing, she wasn't hurting. I mean, what was I supposed to know? I'm 7.
Such a good son.
And she said if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be here right now. So.
Oh my.
But she does follow. She does follow it up with if she would have had me first, she wouldn't have had any more. So I'm not really sure.
Either could be special. Well, Alison's an only child.
I'm an only child. Hey, they got it right the first time. There's no need. Nothing else.
There's 7 years between my brother and I. I say I was a surprise baby, but my parents said I was planned. I don't know.
Are you the youngest?
What's that?
Are you the youngest?
I am. There's my brother and I. And that's it. And I'm just drinking wine here in Michelle's place.
Exactly.
Did you was comedy very important in your life growing up?
Yeah, it was because
with you and your mom, it's like everyone funnier. They kind of supported that idea of like humor is important in your life and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean it's different though when you have like when I kind of just said, I went through various levels of salesman hell. I sold cars. I sold custom suits. I almost took a job, basically as an financial planner.
Male prostitute.
And like it all.
Oh wow.
Male prostitute.
There's nothing funny about financial planning.
Yeah, exactly. I would be a really good male prostitute, by the way.
Hey. Well,
but I think when I just decided to go for it and just do it, it was one of those things that. Telling your parents you spent all that money on a college education from Penn State University,
right? Which I would.
I know that's no joke either.
Right, is not the best conversation you want to have with my my mom's dad are like, what do you mean you're not going to use your education?
What did you major in, guy?
You're like, that Ivy League school I went to. I'm gonna just stand up.
Exactly, I'm gonna just stand up and I'm just gonna chill and. Yep. But obviously it's been 10 years and. They support everything, but it's been a fun ride. I did a little piece on Last Comic Standing, and
very cool.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Chris Farley's brother lives upstairs, and he's friends with him, but he hates us because my part.
He doesn't like you guys?
Matt's like legendary in terms of his parties.
Kevin's one of my best friends.
And I'm
okay. Well, bring him up. Tell him to come down. We've got like what a little.
He's in Hawaii right now, or I would tell him to come down.
You gotta hear this, guys. Okay, so I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh my god, please, Matt, please.
Give another bottle.
I'm like, I don't know, go check. But I'm like, please, Matt, can you calm it down? Because Colleen's like, what the fuck is going on? And she like gets ballistic and she's texting.
It's not my party. I have no control.
I know, but Farley has like legendary parties, right?
He does have
He does. Loud, and I'm like, I can sleep through it, but Colleen's like, Oh my God.
Hookers,
I can ask an obnoxious question. Are there famous? Are there celebrities at those parties? Curious.
What's that?
Are there celebrities at those parties, or like maybe
There have been celebrities at our parties, yes.
Yeah, there's everybody. I mean,
what level of bliss?
Yeah, what letter? Are we talking C or D, or is there like a B? What are we doing?
I can't really name names, but there have been, I'd say, a few A-listers.
I've seen some hookers in the morning, early morning hours.
That's a different level.
Sketchy, that's all I can say. Because taking the dogs to go pee, and it's like this girl is like, okay, Farley, I get it.
No.
Matt, drop one name.
We kid. There are no hookers. There's
no. I'm just.
There might be cocaine every now and again, but there's no.
I would expect that. Yes, I mean it's Hollywood. God damn it.
I'd be Stevie Nicks.
There is a lot of weed though.
Although they do say it's making a comeback.
What, coke?
Coke.
Coke is stupid. Why would you do coke? It's dumb.
No.
I'd like to be awake though. See, I would be the best coke addict.
I'm like.
Wait, I can't hear him. Wait, hold on. Wait, what did you say?
What?
I like to be awake though, so I'd be the best coke addict on the planet. I don't like this.
I like to be, like weed makes me like I'm looking in the mirror like paralyzed. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm hilarious, and I find everything hilarious when I smoke.
Yeah, no, I get the giggles on weed, and I will just.
And I philosophize. I come out with like genius. Like here's my favorite genius line from college. Puff Daddy is like Weird Al, except he's not funny.
That's true.
Because at that time in the 90s,
he
was doing Sting, I forget who else, and I was like, why is he taking everybody else's song and making it his own? But he's not hilarious. And that was like one night of smoking where I was like, oh my God, you guys. Guess what I figured out?
It's true. One time I had a conversation with a friend of mine when we were baked out of our gourd, and we had a conversation about why Ben was first on Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Oh my God, see that I would be perfect to hang out with you and do that because I will have that conversation.
Right. Yeah, I think we've covered.
You're right. It's like a linguistic thing. I think.
Yeah, it's a linguistic thing. It sounds better here than Jerry and Ben's.
Maybe does
Jerry
it?
And Ben
Jerry and Ben's. So maybe Ben & Jerry's would sound weird if it was Jerry and Ben's.
Well,
do you think Jerry is forever have a chip on his shoulder? Like, how come Ben got to go first?
Well, no, because
I think
B and J established.
Maybe I think they had a duel and Ben kicked Jerry's ass.
They had to fight it out. Yeah.
They're not.
That's what I think. But I'm just saying, I don't know. But those are the conversations you get. One time I got lost in my basement for 4 hours. I was so high.
Please tell me how that happened. Were you like screaming for help and you didn't know where you were?
No, I went down to go get more beer. Right? And I went down to go get more beer.
You were standing there like a stupid idiot.
Well, it hit me all at once. You get all paranoid.
Stupid.
So I said, I'm just going to wait this shit out. So I sat down, and I ended up sitting on the cooler of beer I was looking for.
Oh, no. Did you know that's what you were sitting on? You're like, where'd the beer?
No, I had no idea. I was so high, I had no idea.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fantastic.
That's
stick to my wine, thanks.
That's too high.
Yeah,
that's too high.
See, I like Coke because it's just like you're so alert, and every memory is emblazoned.
Okay, Alex, don't you have sinus problems, honey? Because seriously, you're gonna get the drip, and you're gonna
do
it. You're gonna hate the drip.
Look, honey, Stevie Nicks has had a 60-year career on Coke, so.
I know, but
you're not wrong there, actually. Oddly enough, Stevie Nicks lived right across the street from us. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac recorded an album across the street.
Really?
Yeah, there's one apartment in it.
Which album? Mirage.
I don't remember. I honestly don't know which one that is. But it was like one of their, I don't know if it was a demo or one of their first ones or whatever, but they soundproof. There's one apartment in the building across the street that's all soundproof because they had the recording studio in the apartment.
Was it the one when they were Buckingham Nicks and they actually loved each other and now they hate each other?
Maybe. See, there's the thing. I love Stevie Nicks, but doesn't her voice get on your nerves sometimes?
Sometimes. I do the best Stevie Nicks during karaoke.
Do it.
I can't.
Oh, come on! Now that you're
you just have to sing your coke hole in your nose.
Right here.
Yeah, your Coke hole. Do you ever see those guys who've had too much Coke that they can put like a string up one end and pull it out? And
Look at Whitney Houston. Hey, every time I listen to How Will I Know, it's how will I know how many lines I'm gonna do.
Oh, how will I blow? Oh, Whitney.
How will I blow?
R.I.P.
Did this make news on the East Coast? There was this artist, and every year he does something for the Oscars. Like, you never know when it's going to come up. You never know when it's
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was the one that did the statue doing the lines of Coke, right?
Yeah, it said the Hollywood Lifestyle. Yeah, I thought it was great.
I thought it was awesome.
I think it was, what they call him, Plaster Man or some shit like that.
People were offended, but, it's funny because it's true, so get over yourself.
Exactly. I mean, there's so much. This town has such a huge Coke problem.
There is no way, and my fiance and I talk about it all the time because we'll watch movies and TV, and we're like, how do they stay so thin? You can't tell me it's just a trainer and they're just eating kale. There has to be pills and drugs involved. Everyone. And if the camera adds 10 pounds and they look like they're sick, then that means in real life they're even thinner.
Oh, no, it's true. Like, you see some of these celebrities, you just go like, just eat a sandwich, do something.
They're not gonna.
Well, you know what, Alison? I weighed myself with the package I was sending to San Francisco yesterday. She
was 5 kilos of cocaine.
Don't even go there. I won't even say. I was like, oh my fucking God. Yeah.
Michelle, we are not going to talk about weight right now because you do not want to hear from me and what I'm going through.
But I was like, that's got to be fucking wrong. That's crazy shit. I'm like, I'm obese.
It's funny.
Don't talk to us
about my drink in your face.
You have no idea, honey.
Listen to our first 2 seasons.
And Matt used to be skinny, by the way.
I was too skinny. I looked like I was a heroin addict. Yeah. I'm 6'2" and I weighed 155 pounds. Yeah, no, it was
high
awful.
heels, honey. With high heels.
My producer, agent / fiance just walked in and said it's clenbuterol. That's the drug of choice. Yeah, he knows all the inside stuff.
I used to have well, all right, I'll tell you a story. One of my fraternity brothers, it's a true story, right? We're in college.
None of his stories are true.
And he's a chemical engineer, major. Okay. And he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
I'm brilliant.
But not like Jeff. But
for real, girl.
So I come home one day. I'm living in a fraternity house, and I come home and from class, which I guess I went to every now and again. But I come home and I walk into the kitchen, and something stinks in my house. It stinks of like meth lab or something.
Oh, no way!
A dead body.
Is there some breaking
a dead body. I don't know what the smell is. So I walk in, and it's getting stronger at the kitchen. I walk into the kitchen, and he's there with like goggles on, shit's bubbling on the stove.
Oh my God!
And I was like, holy shit, Jeff, you're gonna blow. What the fuck? You're gonna blow the house up.
That's awesome.
I'm waiting for the building here to blow up, I swear.
And there's a bottle of ether sitting on our table. Like, what the fuck is ether doing on?
Yo.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, do you have a centrifuge? I'm like, no. I don't want one.
Right under my bed is where I keep the centrifuge.
Yeah, let me go get a centrifuge. And he goes, okay, fine. Do you have any rope?
Yeah, right
there.
Oh my
God, I love it.
It's a security house. Of course we have rope.
He was the chemist.
I go and get him some rope. Yeah, he's a chemist. So I go and get him some rope, and he puts this liquid into a mason jar, right? And we go in the backyard, and he starts swinging this shit over his head, and it's like swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging. It turns out what he was doing was creating a centrifuge, and I forgot one part of the story. There were like about 50 bottles of empty Robitussin.
Yes, Heisenberg.
Now, first of all,
yes.
All Jerry Sandusky.
Oh, that's right.
Different
Sorry,
show.
I get my Penn State rape stories mixed up. Sorry.
Because there's so many.
I know.
Fine, I get it. But that's a different story for a different show. So there's 50, like literally, I don't know how many, but there's like a ton of empty Robitussin bottles.
Oh man.
So there's a chemical in Robitussin called like DXM or dextromethyl hydro. I don't know what it's called.
You have to give your driver's license for Sudafed.
Well, now you do. But
yeah,
now you do. But you didn't have to do this before.
Yeah, you didn't have to then.
American Dad.
Now you do. So
Not in Canada, honey.
Well, nobody cares about Canada. So
in Canada.
Everything's better
so
there.
They're cheap.
What he's doing is he's swinging this thing around. He actually figures out how to extract the drug from the Robitussin, and and there's like 3 distinct layers. And you can see that layer. I was like, yeah. He's like, that's all drugs.
Wow.
He's like, you see those 2? I'm like, yeah. He's like, those will kill you. And he had to figure out that once he extracted it, he had to figure out how to get the shit that with the poison away from it, and he did. And then our house became like this like drug haven. You would come in, you would get a shot, or you would get a shot of the shit that he would make. You dump it in a glass of orange juice and you chug it, and you would just see people like tripping their balls off everywhere.
You were living it.
That was my house. We were like drugs unlimited, man.
Oh my God.
It was State College.
And Heisenberg stuff right there.
It was. He could have been Heisenberg. It's oddly enough, he's turning into a. I hope he's not watching it. He's turning into a woman now, so it's really all kind of weird.
Okay.
Was the subject of
transgender too? There's a lot going on in that brain, man.
No, I know. No. He did facial surgery.
No,
really? He's not the one who made himself look like Madonna for $200,000.
Yeah, for real.
Oh God, please.
9/21.
Really?
That's intense.
No, it is intense. He's going to cut his dick off, too, which scares the shit
out
of
him. That is the full, that's the 100 to 100% completion.
Can you grab some prom?
Yeah, I can.
This party is going now to tequila.
I know. You know the crazy part of all this? My parents are watching, but whatever.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Alison's mom and dad.
I know. They're good people.
I'm sure they're lovely people.
They are.
I'm sorry about my drug story. I've never done robo-tripping.
They know I used to smoke pot here and there. It's not that big of a deal.
I did, ice? Yeah, ice.
Listen, guys, we were going to do like a half-hour thing, but let's go till the hour. Like, we'll do another 15 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at my Mac clock. Oh, Patron.
We're talking West Hollywood style here, Patron.
Brought to you by tequila.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yellowtail. I don't have a good Australian accent, so I'll just.
They love Yellowtail. I like Yellowtail. Why do people?
Isn't this a good, real quick?
Well, you can come to the show next week and we'll talk about basic bitches.
I don't have. Alex, shut up. I'm not basic, and how dare you? I don't have Alex's non-GMO organic like hippie wine, but I think somebody.
You must live in Brooklyn, Alex.
Look, I'm saving Italy from GMO.
Yeah, you know what? Come to LA and move to Silver Lake.
Fine. It doesn't help. I was just in Italy in December.
What do you expect?
We need to be more like Italians. That's what we need to be. I was just there in December. Everyone is eating carbs and drinking, and they're happy and they're thin. I don't know how they do
Europe?
it. Yeah.
Did you say in Europe? No, I just came back. I came back from Europe in October, and I was in Europe. It was great.
I know.
Whatever I wanted, I walked everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
I drank my mind in beer.
Yeah. I ate pasta like it was my job, and I think I lost weight. And then I came back here and forget it. I just blame America for everything.
How do they stay skinny, though? Like, how is it?
They're happy. I think they stay thin because, yes, they walk a lot, but also their food isn't genetically engineered at all. They're eating whole foods all the time. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I've like gained so much weight since I've moved.
Well, it's a different culture though too. I mean, like
you're not allowed.
Yeah. I think it's honestly the quality of the food, and also like I think that's something like Alex and I. Someone said it's the guilt or the stress that causes the weight, not the food. If you want to be like metaphysical.
We eat our feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
FYI.
The thing I love about Europeans' food is it's like. They eat so much cheese and bread. I'm like, why don't I live here?
That's what I'm saying. Everything is delicious.
And you know what? It's not processed either. It doesn't have the preservatives. Doesn't have all the other bullshit that ours things have. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like that's why they're healthier is because the food isn't processed.
That's like if you buy.
Because no one in Italy was talking about gluten-free vegan.
First of
they were happy, thin, and beautiful.
You're right. First of all, I don't believe any of that gluten-free bullshit.
Yeah, please. I mean, I know some people have celiac, and that's like a whatever, but everyone else...
We're not supposed to eat it anyway, Taylor.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. People have been eating carbs since the beginning of time, and you're telling me
there's this research that shows why we have tooth decay and stuff like that. Because when we switch to an agrarian sort of culture,
I don't even know what agrarian means.
Diseases. What?
I'll explain agrarian for our.
What does that mean?
Culture where we eat breads and stuff like that. Before that's why people are fighting for the paleo diet, because that predates the agrarian diet that we have today.
You know that Eat Right for Your Blood Type book? There's a book actually that says...
I've heard about that too, yeah.
I'm O positive, and I went like the vegetarian thing, because everybody said, oh, go vegetarian, right? So I went vegetarian, and I was loopy as fuck. And the moment I went back to meat, because O positive is meatitarian, right? It's like the carnivore. I was like totally balanced. So there's something to be said, right? But I also had like E. coli at 19, and I was in the hospital.
Oh my God! What are you laughing at? That's terrible.
It's the best. You should wait like that.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I think there's something to be said about the whole like eat right for your blood type bullshit. Because I think,
you know what, I agree with Alex.
Once in a while, but I like a good steak. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You
know what? People have been.
Yeah.
People
smoke their whole life and never get cancer. I mean, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like luck of the draw. It's like what's your destiny? You know, it's like I truly believe that.
Yeah. And unfortunately, my destiny is my body takes all carbs and turns it into fat because they think it's fun. So I do agree with Alex. I'm trying to do the paleo thing as much as I can. I have a whole Pinterest board full of recipes. Every once in a while. What?
Paleo's not that bad.
Right, and I think that's cool.
I did paleo for a little while, and it's really not that bad. You can actually get some really delicious recipes on paleo.
I've got really good recipes, and it's all stuff I like to eat anyway. And you know, I could take like the pasta or the rice out and be okay with it. Like I can deal. But every once in a while, I'm gonna want to have it, and it's just gonna happen. And that's what I've like assigned myself to. You know.
I see the fuck I want. You know, honestly, the scale didn't like me, so.
Michelle, you look fabulous. I'm kind of fighting, you know, the fight right now again, but whatever.
You know, on one of our more shows, we should be like thinking.
I don't know, but I do want to say, let's do this, okay? Because I have Matt's numbers.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, number queen. Please do.
Yeah, we gotta do this. Okay, so.
Let me finish this.
Yes, please do. So, Matt, you have, oh God, you were like so perfect for comedy because you have the gift of the three, social butterfly, you know, being the smiley face, even if you're not happy, it's like, I'm okay, you know, put on the happy face.
True, okay.
So you're like the connect with the dots people. Haircut. And, you know, your year adds to a 6, which is like the visionary. So it's like you see the bigger picture. So you crack jokes at people who are like thinking they got it all together, and you're like, you know, that's hilarious, right? So it's like the 12-3 is like, I'm a 3. And they say social butterfly. It's like, you know, we're always the life of the party, right? So it's like you in that essence. But this year is like so pivotal for you. It's like you are literally on the spiritual mound, so to speak.
As of 2015?
Yeah. It's like you're looking back to what has happened and what you've done and where you want to go next. But look what you've been in. This is like crazy ass shit because this is like the mind plane, right? And this is the soul, and this is the physical. So you've got double 7s right here that are isolated. So there's no other numbers around it, right?
Crazy as shit is a metaphysical.
I can't even understand my hand scratching. Trust and believe. But these double 7s is like backwards, right? So this is like the mind, soul, and physical. If you think about human experience,
are you 921, Matt?
Yeah, I am 921, yes.
Oh, yeah. So you're in between Virgo and Libra.
Apparently, I'm on the cusp.
You're the cusp. I'm a cusp too. Well, I'm a Aries Taurus.
My mom.
I don't even know what that means.
You know, double 7s are like huge. It's like hindsight learning. I'm telling you, it's like they lived like 5 lifetimes in one. It's like, oh my God, here we go.
That's intense.
different pile, you know? It's like, compared to the average person, it's like,
honey.
you know?
I have been through some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You have, sugar. Well done.
This year is like so pivotal for you. It's like, it's also like spiritual mountain, but also a power year.
Does that mean I'm gonna be a megastar this year?
Could be.
Yeah.
Look, what have I got here? Sister and my brother from East Coast.
Yes.
I've been seeing it like crazy lately, and it always has like an ebb and flow, right? Did I tell you the story about the 11/11?
No.
Okay, so I was contracted to do readings for charity for a lesbian vacation company.
I want to go on that cruise.
That's hilarious. Michelle, just hold on.
Scissor your way through the seas.
Was it a
lesbian vacation company? Does anybody not see how awesome that is?
Scissor your way through the seas.
Oh my God.
Me and you are going to go on this cruise, and we're going to get...
It was Olivia, right? Michelle, Olivia Cruises. I know it.
Are you in? Alex, tell me you're in.
No,
What happened?
We're going to go on this cruise together.
Oh,
An all-lesbian cruise.
Okay,
Me and you.
Was it Olivia Cruises, Michelle?
Okay, so I went on this lesbian cruise, and
That's too
3
much.
months before I went, I got this tattoo. I was like, I need a tattoo. I'm not a tattoo person. I'm like totally not a tattoo person, but I'm like,
Oh, I am.
this would be amazing. And the person that I met, who I'm with now, their date of birth is 11/11.
Oh,
And-
shut up.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
11/11. Yeah, November 11th.
I didn't know that.
And my
It was posted
numbers
somewhere.
have always been 741 or 147, and my date of birth reduces to 147, and she was born at 741.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. And
That's weird. That's weird.
here's the weird part.
Weird shit.
So 14 years ago, I
Why
started.
are you grabbing my neck?
Because, honey, this is important. 14 years ago, I started
She's
dreaming in
making a point.
numbers every night. No, listen. No, this was like, I was in corporate. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm dreaming in numbers, right? When I moved here, the code to get in the building was 1999. It's not that anymore.
That's true.
Unfortunately. Yes, it
a
was.
Prince song.
And I dreamt about that number on a street sign 14 years before I moved here.
Were
Get
you
out of
dreaming
town.
before you wrote this?
You have no idea.
What'd
I'm
you say,
telling you,
Alex?
it's
Kid.
crazy. I had a psychic 14 years ago, actually, who does like gallery readings of like 500 plus people. She helps the RCMP find missing persons, which is like the sheriff's
Oh,
department.
wow.
Like, she is like stellar, and she mapped my whole life out. And I'm like, I left that day. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? You're like, you fell out of the nut tree. You know, I didn't believe anything she was saying, but every single thing has come to pass. Every single thing. So
Shut up.
yeah, it's amazing.
So this is my motherfucking year.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it
It's
is.
all of us,
You're
though.
wrong.
She was telling
11?
all of us.
We're talking 11.
You're gonna get a sitcom, Matt.
East Coast, baby. West Coast.
Michelle would put up with all of us if it
We're
wasn't.
talking 11, brother. This is the year. Yeah, this is the year. No, you know, it's kind of like a twofold. It's like you're on the spiritual mountain, but it's a power year where everything kind of comes together. So everything's coming together for you, brother, this year. I'm telling you.
All right.
I forget what
But
mine was. I know you did mine.
New agent. Does anybody
Well,
want-
I'm going to be his agent. Before we sign off, I need to do one more thing, though. For
Okay.
sure. I just need to see what cycle he's in, and then we're going to sign off.
What cycle I'm in?
Yeah.
I wrote
Yeah,
this.
how's your cycle, Matt? Do you need...
How's
I
your
mean-
cycle, honey?
Kind of light.
Okay.
3 days.
I'm having a
You have wings? The wings are good. I'm a fan of the wings. Just telling. Wings,
Sometimes I
Popeyes
have
and
light
wings
days,
are also
sometimes I have
delicious.
Heavy days.
Oh, wow. For
I
real?
usually crave those during that time. Alex knows. Alex, after
One
we go
time-
to the movies for your birthday,
I'm
we're
wearing
hitting
one
a
of those
Popeyes.
sport ones. What?
One time we went to
After
this.
the movies for your birthday, we're hitting the Popeyes.
Exactly.
There was one time I had to go. I went to support one of my friends. He was doing a show at one of the clubs here, and there wasn't very many people there. And there was this comic that was bombing on stage.
Oh, that's...
And my wife, she's sitting next to me, and he makes a tampon joke, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
He makes a maxi pad joke, something well, like you just said with wings or whatever.
Yeah.
And my wife, she had a little too much to drink. She leans over to me. She thought she was whispering, but she wasn't whispering at all.
The drunk whisper.
Yeah, she goes, who wears pads anymore? The place erupted. And the comic on stage goes,
she killed that night and he did it.
Yeah, he literally goes,
he bombed.
Thank you, good night.
He has no idea.
Like my wife, ladies and gentlemen.
His wife is so cute. It's like...
And she was like, oh my god, I totally didn't mean to do that.
Oh, that's so funny. It's actually perfect.
He had nothing to say. He was like,
really
good night, I gotta go.
That was really funny.
Michelle, that's how you're going to promote this show. Who wears pads?
Who wears pads anymore?
Surfboards,
Breakfast
right?
every hour.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal with Matt. So he's not only in like pivotal spiritual mountain energy this year, he's in like a cycle of 9. If you think about any number in existence, Matt, any number, give me any number in the world. It's created with the numbers 1 to 9 and also
Any
0.
number. Pick a number.
5.
Right? So when you're in
Really?
a cycle of 9, you're like high change on every fuck. You were like off the hook this year of like change. This is it. This is like the main event for you. It's like totally.
Can I keep drinking?
Sure, always.
Yeah, I mean, we're close.
We never stop that. What are you kidding me?
Says we're not allowed anymore.
So, you know, we're going to write our certification very soon because we're professional drinkers and, you know, we've established enough to a certain level that we can get that. But definitely this year for you, Matt, is like off the hook. This is like your year. So you said you had an audition,
Matt,
right?
I'm excited for him. Let's do a cheers to Matt in your year.
Matt,
You
Mike,
can't tell us what the audition is all about, but I think this year is going to be stellar for Matt for sure.
I had a really good meeting.
So
I'm telling you, yeah. But you're perfection.
that means that Alex and I are now waiting for our invite to one of your parties, and we will hop on Virgin America because I've always wanted to fly them. It's a really good flight from New York to LA, FYI.
I don't even understand. Alex and I talked about this. We're going on a lesbian cruise.
Yes.
You and Alex can go on the lesbian cruise.
So I can make
I want to go to your Hollywood
party.
party.
Yeah, you come here.
Who wears pads?
I've got some good, and Handler Marys will go hook you up, girl. That's all I get to say. Yeah, Matt, you're perfectionistic.
Alison knows I've lived with like 12
we'll just leave it at that.
He does. Lesbians love it.
They can put the trim up on my...
They can fix your stairs.
You need to be pulled out of the gutter all the time, so yeah. So, okay, cool. All right, guys, like...
Are we done?
It's been a really interesting experiment in humanity and libation.
Because I've had that with the other show, but I'm going to edit the shit out of this and make Matt look good because.
I thought this is live. What do you have to edit?
It is live.
It is live, honey.
We'll edit for content later.
She'll edit it and then she'll add the title so it's fancy.
Yeah, you know what? Archive views.
The title should be "Who Wears Pads Anymore."
No, but you know what?
Who wears pads?
Breakfast every hour. Season 4.
Who wears pads?
You guys know from doing the show before that archive views are like where it's at. Like I've had thousands of archive views, so it's like.
Did you know when you have hernia surgery, you'll shit your pants twice? They don't tell you that.
That's horrifying.
When you have a
Thank you.
You know, when you have like a watermelon.
Alex?
Pants. So there you go.
Alex, you're a male. You have a 30% more likely chance to get a hernia than Alison.
Thank God. I already have enough problems. I don't need that.
I let my lesbians pick up heavy things.
Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't know
anything. I don't nail anything except for when I'm on Grindr. And that's what lesbians are for.
Honey,
they do stuff for me. All you need is Coors Light and a pizza.
You gotta get off that, baby. You got to get off that. I'll bring you to Hamburger Mary's and we'll hook you up. Like I'll go there sometimes to like drown my sorrows, and Todd's there. He's like the only straight guy. I'm like, Todd, hook me up. And I'm talking to like the guy who was like producing Wheel of Fortune and shit. It's like
Wheel of Fortune.
Whatever the hell
with our life.
Does Wheel of Fortune need a producer?
Wait a minute.
Todd's ass.
Wait a minute.
Todd is
Fuck Todd.
No, but he's
Can you
Todd,
give me a
right?
Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, get him on Wheel of Fortune.
That guy's always there.
I want to be a Wheel of
That
Fortune.
guy's always there.
I want to be
because I can't spell.
He's like,
don't you think I would be good on Wheel of Fortune?
Yes, because then you could do like make a little joke, and like that's the guy, like that guy's funny.
These cars were
Me and Alex, can you get me and Alex on the same episode of Wheel of Fortune?
Plant yourself everywhere.
Alex, we've been talking about this. We want you.
Well, I'm gonna be on the same episode.
Yes, I know.
Sure, yeah, Alex.
It's in my destiny.
Oh, that was good.
But here's the thing: we gotta act like we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could be like, I have no idea who this guy
I don't know this guy.
The Battle Royale for the show. Man, I wish they had showcases still, because that was hilarious back in the day. They'd have like a Dalmatian statue made of ivory and like an induction oven.
I would like the golden crusted bidet, please.
Remember when the thing would spin and you got to pick like the weird shit for your house?
Yeah.
That's old school. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, I wish they did, because it was
floating
hilarious.
head would go by.
Yeah.
You guys remember my favorite game show? No Whammies, No Whammies.
Press Your Luck.
Let's make it now.
Press Your Luck. Press Your Luck. That's it.
Yes, Press Your Luck.
That was a great.
I loved it.
It was like on at 10. It was like on an hour before Price is Right.
We got to watch it when we were homesick from school. It was
absolutely. Press Your Luck. And everybody wanted the Whammies because they would do those little like dances across the table.
I know, because they were like funny. Oh, it's perfect.
Fucking Whammies.
I know.
I still say No Whammies. You know, I still say that. Sometimes like, no whammies, no whammies.
I say that. Here's what's so sad. I'm like the old grandma in my department at work, because everybody's like a millennial and they're in their 20s and they don't know like 60, like 75 or 80% of the references I make. But I'll still do stuff, and then I'll be like, "Oh wait, you're too young," and I'll go back.
Yeah, I was.
How old are you, babe?
I'm 37.
37 too.
Hey, I turned 38 in 2 weeks.
Oh, I will be 37 in April. My birthday, guys. My birthday, 4/20.
Oh, your birthday's 4/20?
Oh, yes, it is.
What's your year, honey?
I'm 78.
I'm 78 too. We're all the same. Alex, what are you?
Yeah,
I'm 77.
I'm 77 too, brother. It's small.
Oh, honey.
It's a circle.
Hindsight learning, brother. See, you've been through the ringer like Matt. You've been through the ringer, brother. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm so funny.
I'm sorry, honey. I know.
Well, you've come out stronger for it, I can tell you that, from knowing them for so long.
That's why I can write like 3 lifetimes.
All right, so let's wrap this bitch up, but I want to say first, hold on, Matt. I got a show for the viewing public.
It's so rude.
Look at this.
Oh, you did it at home?
That's where it's
at. You are a lesbian. You have a dartboard in your hand.
You are a lesbian.
I'm talking like forehead and jugular. That was like.
Oh.
That was
so
awesome.
Innocent there.
I know. What happened?
Yeah.
I'm taking this now. She is so rude.
I am.
I don't know. It made me nervous because, frankly, I don't know Michelle like that. So when she started throwing darts at your face, I was like, who is this woman? I can't.
Exactly.
I like your sturdy bookshelves, Michelle.
I did nothing to deserve a dart in the head or the jugular.
You're very fine. We liked you.
Thank you. I liked you.
But invite us to we want to come to one of your parties, so let us know.
Hey, when's the next time you're in LA? You know, how about
we
this?
haven't ever been in LA, so we need a first time when we were in LA. So we need to hop that Virgin Atlantic flight. I'll look at work. I work for a travel agency, so I'll look for some good airfare.
See, when I go to LA, I won't come back.
So I've got the Matt, the new host that we have on the network. He's like a multi-millionaire supplement guy. He's coming on the 10th. So why don't you guys come and we'll all hook up and like party hard.
Define hookup now.
Yeah.
Like for the show in an hour?
I'm a lesbian guy, so no.
You remember when?
This is my brother from
when I was
mother.
in college, hookup just meant you had a good time. Hookup now means that you.
Well,
hookup meant for us. You would like make out, and now I think it means
sex. And it ain't no
like
have a good time.
Right?
Right. Hookup meant you had a good time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Are you putting on makeup right now?
Yeah. I'm fixing. You gotta get the shine off.
Well, look at me.
Michelle, invite me to the supplement show. I have another model with me.
Come on, really. And I'm like in West Hollywood. And I'm supposed to be like representing for East Coast. Look at me.
Oh, are you? Okay.
And you're not making. Yeah,
Canadians don't count as
You're
East
from
Coast.
Canada. What are you talking about, Michelle?
Canada doesn't count as East
You
Coast.
crazy Canuck.
We're in the Atlantic time zone, so we're like in the fucked up like
Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Try the Eastern Standard Time.
Are you talking about Alberta?
Atlantic.
I'll play her.
Oh, honey.
What do you, Nova Scotia?
She's from the Great White North.
Scotia PEI. So
See,
we're
this is
talking,
what I'm saying. Nobody cares
hours.
about Canada.
4 hours. 4.
Except the rest of the world, because
The Canadians
the
do.
economy.
I've worked with a bunch of Canadians. They love being Canadian. It's
You
adorable.
know what happened to me in Canada once? I was on a boat.
Shut up.
You know
Going.
who cares
We
about
were
Canada?
like Prince Edward Island.
You know who cares about Canada? Trans Canada.
What? Anyway, one time.
No, it
Let's
doesn't.
go back to the beginning of the show.
Canada's tanking right now. Target pulled out of Canada 170 some stores because you know why? Who
Target?
the fuck wants to go to Target when you can order on Amazon and get it delivered at your fucking house?
Target is fun, and it's
Tim
like, you know,
Talking about Tim Hortons.
it's a little more upscale than Walmart, so you don't have to feel bad when you go in. That's how I feel.
It's not mine all stands anymore, so thank God I'm in West Hollywood on an
Alberta
one called
beef.
the Justin.
Is there no Target in Hollywood, Michelle?
Can't get fucked up anymore, Justin, because you're gonna get our O1 visas fucking revoked. Because it's like
They need to ship, I know he's trying to be cute and nice now, but they should have shipped him back to your land. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Yeah. So what was your Matt, what was your Canada story before we go? You're on a boat in Canada.
Oh, I was on a boat.
Yeah.
I was on a and the truth be told, there was another boat that caught fire. So when you're on the water, the closest boat has to get to the next boat.
Yeah.
So our boat was going to the next boat, and the boat that was on fire actually got rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard. So it's like, Canada doesn't even have a Coast Guard. Yeah, that's the truth.
You're always buttoning.
Why did the U.S. Coast Guard have to bail Canada out?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Honey,
All right, go ahead, Michelle.
let me leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with this.
Okay.
Canada is one of the most educated countries in the world.
Because they have 3 people.
Dude, if their child drops
They're
out of
very
school,
friendly. I'll give them that.
yeah, they spend their money on education.
They love good beer. They have good beer.
spend their money on
They
education
won't let
and
me in
not
because I have
military.
why now?
Yeah, so whatever he's saying is not true. It's all about education and social. I can walk into any hospital in
Like
Canada
Sweden,
and get
cold.
anything done.
I know. Look, I wish we had that too. I'm telling you.
No, you don't. You're paying out the ass in taxes if you had that.
No, but we don't
You
have a
don't wish you
military.
had
We don't
that.
have a military. That's why you didn't get rescued. You're not going to get rescued. We don't have a fucking military. Of course you're not going to get rescued.
Actually, you do have a military.
Because
You
Canada
guys are
has
so friendly,
oil,
though. I think that's why.
but they're
Every
white.
Canadian
Canada
I've
has
worked.
oil and they're white, so no one wants to invade them.
I don't.
See, it's not like the Middle East where they're brown and they have oil. See,
Well,
that's
that's it. Well, that's it. It's like it's white and we have oil. You know, it's like
yeah. So no one's gonna mess with Canada because they're white
that's
and
what I'm
they have
saying.
just
We're
like,
like the
just like the
peaceful
Dutch
country
and
and-
like Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, I saw.
Because in Sweden,
I know.
they have ABBA on their side.
We have the best social system, and you know, kids get
If it's so great, why aren't you living in
because
Canada?
I fucking.
I really love
it's
poutine.
cold.
Delicious.
It's cold.
Because the weather's
Cold weather, cold. We're talking like snowed the fuck in. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
Look.
you're talking,
Yeah, that's some stuff we're dealing with that I wish we weren't, frankly.
Yeah.
yeah. You know what it's.
That's
you know
all
what
right.
it's about.
I'm not
I
worried
know
about
know.
it.
it's
I work with a lot of Canadians at work, and they're very friendly people to a fault.
We are.
They could have been
Don't
real, yeah.
you know, come on.
They're very sweet and apologetic.
Yeah. Probably because they banned maxi pads or something.
Yeah.
See how I brought that back?
Okay, so you guys could have come West Coast and do a show.
No, we're
Yes,
definitely going to do that.
I'll never
Please
leave.
do.
I'm gonna
I know, I've been like,
I believe it's where you belong, but the only rule is in 2 years you have to fly back for my wedding.
Yes.
I will. Oh, no, I will be there.
I'll be
honey.
there.
I
Yeah,
will be
good.
there. I've been there to New York, and I was like, what the fuck did I bring in my suitcase? I can't wear this shit. I felt so out of place.
It's going to be in the fall because we like that time of year.
Classy and like put together, and I'm like
Early
flip-flops.
fall on the East Coast is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
fall on the East
beautiful.
Coast is
Oh my
is
God.
the most beautiful
Yeah.
thing
It is.
ever.
That's my favorite. So.
Yeah, my too.
I miss the seasons.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean that's
well, Ed and I talk about moving to California all the time because we're just kind of sick of this area. So we're thinking San Diego, but I know we need
even San Diego's even worse because it's like there's no seasons. It's like the same all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
I know,
awesome.
right? I'm just thinking I would be super healthy if it was always 70 degrees and I'd be outside, like, taking power walks and eating fish tacos and shit.
West Hollywood, I mean, come on. Like, we have the coolest building ever. We have, our building manager goes to every party. It's like, Rashid, come on down. He's like, okay, I'll be there. And, like, we have no rules. It's, like, super awesome. So
let us know when we're coming. I'm telling you.
I'll find
airfare.
I'm going to invite my people. And
let's do it.
Yeah. Truth.
This will be part of our.
So let's sign off, guys. I mean, we're like way over the time, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll edit it.
That's right. We started late because I didn't figure out how to do it.
So we'll make a good video out of it, and we'll put all the bells and whistles on it.
You just edit this down to like 3 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be like 10 minutes. I think that's the usable material is probably 10 minutes of usable material. But there's a lot of apparently my fiance gathered a lot of like around 15 people that he knows, that some I don't know and some I do know, so it'll be interesting to hear the feedback.
I know. The viewer, everything's lagging because the last show we had such an issue. Like there were, it was a nightmare. Nightmare. Like, yeah, so don't even, I'm telling you, whatever we have there is not even close to what we're working with. Trust and believe. So I'll edit it and make it all fancy and shit. East Coast, West Coast, all that whole 9 yards. So see, I'm gonna take a selfie.
I'm doing like a cute face. Does this work?
Let me take a selfie.
Here, let's take a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we should have.
On the selfie. All right. Smile.
Wait, you guys.
Wait, you gotta get him in there.
Oh, yeah. Let me take it. There, see if we got
done.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. Let me edit this to hell. I mean, I'm gonna have to sit there for
I wouldn't
2
say to
hours.
hell. It's not that bad.
Geez, Michelle, thanks. I had a rough day at work already.
We have an attention
I think, you know what, though? I think it's cool that we did this crazy little experiment. I appreciated breakfast every hour. Every carnation of Alex and mine's show has never been like this, so it was pretty fun to do it like this, a little off the cuff and wild.
Explicit language included.
That's kind of cool. I
like being outside the box.
Box.
What? Box.
The Beavis and Butthead episode. You said
Beavis and Butthead.
You said box. Michelle went on that cruise. The box cruise.
Box cruise.
Really, Alison? Really?
Two of my best friends are lesbians. I lived with them for like 10 years. I know the world.
You can't say that, though. That's like saying I have a black friend and I'm not racist.
Yeah.
Please. Almost every friend I have is gay. I could totally say it. You can ask. Alex, tell him. It's a wonder I met a straight man. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's a wonder she's.
I know. I'm like,
everyone's shocked that I'm engaged because they never thought I'd meet a straight guy in my life.
Exactly.
That's funny.
You guys have to go. Okay, let's
end
it.
All right.
I mean, I've already done cuss words and
We've already been inappropriate.
And we've done a selfie.
So
let's just end it before things get nasty because we're in West Hollywood.
Matt, it was awesome meeting you. Michelle, this was a crazy fun show. I liked it, and we're gonna come down.
Yeah, I had fun. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
It was very cool.
We're gonna promote the shit out of this thing.
And we'll do it again. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Definitely cool.
Brother and sister. Peace out.
West Coast.
Bye. East Coast.